I'm going to do this without my hat. Okay. Since the head puppet has been coming out at every opportunity to fill our ears with his doom and gloom, to be quickly followed and joined by the chorus of party leaders and media pundits, I figured Halloween must have come early this year, so I determined to get in the spirit. This mask I made back in the early 80s, where observers were equating Reagan's regime to Orwell's 1984. Myself, I insisted that Brave New World was a better comparison, but then I decided that the reversal of all progressive action was the real agenda, and figured that by making my mask out of copper, it would kind of imply that the powers that be were wishing they had the power to take us back to before the Iron Age, back when serfs knew their place. Hardly anybody could read, and fear ruled the world. Do you know who is running these so-called debates? Well, the co-chairs are Paul Kirk, who lobbies for Big Pharma, and Frank Fahrenkopf, who lobbies for the American Gaming Association. And the gaming they're talking about is gambling, not hunting. I know the country is already bankrupt and our grandchildren will be stuck with paying the debt. But the latest raid on the Treasury is to ensure that our great-great-great-grandchildren will still be paying the bill. They didn't change the basic faults on the bailout bill. They merely added about $150 billion in specific pork to get the 12-vote reversal needed to pass this bill in the House. Let's see, that averages out to what? About $12.5 billion per vote? Seems that Congress members are upping the value of their vote. By the time they're done not fixing the problem, just pumping out more money and making the banksters smile, the Amero is going to look pretty darn good. If it doesn't, the solution is already in place. October 1st marks the first time since the Civil War ended and Posse Comitatus was enacted that an active duty military unit is going to be deployed within the U.S. Let me repeat that. October 1st marks the first time since after the Civil War, when Posse Comitatus was enacted, that an active duty military unit has been deployed in the United States. In addition, everywhere that politicians are speaking, I keep seeing gold fringe attached to the United States flag. Most folks never learn this, but since I was in charge of the flag during boot camp, they taught me well the do's and don'ts. Proper respect, proper disposal, and proper display. And the one thing to know is only the military is allowed to attach a gold fringe on our flag. Therefore, one of two conclusions is true. Either there are a whole bunch of people disrespecting the flag in public, or we are under martial law. And that fact is just not being shared with the public at large. And it's calm in Iraq if you don't leave your home. The UK, Afghanistan ambassador, what he says, we've lost the war, that we failed. And the VP debate, it's a joke on its own. If you're hoping for sanity, that ship has sailed. It's a corporate-driven agenda. Every law meant to further the aims of the rich. All the citizens, only consumers. And all they can tell us is, ain't life a bitch? We got children who go to bed hungry, but we've never a dime to make sure they're fed. We spend billions and billions on tools to fight wars, but health care for children? Sorry, can't spare the bread. It's a corporate-driven agenda. Every law meant to further the aims of the rich. All the citizens, only consumers. And all they can tell us is, ain't life a bitch? Take your eyes off the ball. Watch the TV. Or go watch a game in a stadium built with the taxes you pay, but bring money. You'll be getting ripped off by those who've never felt guilt, 'cause it's a corporate-driven agenda. Every law meant to further the aims of the rich, all the citizens, only consumers. And all they can tell us is, ain't life a bitch? Yeah, it's a corporate-driven agenda. Every law meant to further the aims of the rich, long as citizens are only consumers. Then all they will sell us is, ain't life a bitch? So I give you this crap, 'cause all I can do is smile. And now, the end of the circle 5.